And we are live.
Thank you very, very much, Rashmi. It is an absolute pleasure. Allow me to say good morning, good day, good afternoon, and good evening, wherever you are in the world. It is a pleasure to be your host today as we join, we commune, we celebrate the launch of the Love app. This is an initiative aimed at having a positive impact on individuals and the world at large. We have an esteemed lineup of speakers here to share words that inspire, words of love. And I'm definitely looking forward to this. Speakers from all over the world have come together to share, to love. But of course, you don't want to hear from me all evening. Allow me to bring to you the master of all of this. Mary is a medical doctor by profession. She's a humanist, and her advocacy has always been for the well-being and elevation of society, holistic health, as it is said. The Love app is her brainchild and an extension of that advocacy. Please put your hands together and help me welcome the kind woman with a very, very big heart, Dr. Mary Thomas. Make her feel welcomed.
Thank you. Thank you, Domain. It's such a pleasure to be here with all of you today. It's a culmination of months and months of conceptual planning. And it's just so nice that it turned out that, we are launching this on the 11th of November. 11/11 is a very significant number in the era of love. I even read that today is the day that there's a portal opening for changes in humanity and in the world. And that is such a coincidence because I didn't think about that until I just read about it. I'm so happy to be here, and I'm so happy to have such beautiful people joining us tonight. This morning, actually, I'm in the Philippines, and it's morning. And all my speakers, all of us are actually working on this together. It's not just me or my Love App team, it's all of us. This app is for all of us, everybody. And the whole idea of the app is to connect people. We want human connection. The world is so severely lacking in human connection, particularly in the last 3 years where we were shut down and put in, locked up, not able to connect except through what we are doing right now in technology. That is an advantage, but what happened to our human connection? And that is where this app is going to fill the gap. Now, I would like to reveal the logo to you. We have a very simple logo, but let's just see how it's revealed. Domain.
On it.
Sure. Thank you. May I have the screen again, a Domain, on the logo? There's a bit of explanation there, just to tell you what it's all about.
I'm sorry, Mary, could you repeat?
You can repeat, yes. And still it at the last part. I'll just explain it.
Very good.
All right. Thank you, Domain. The app, the logo of this app is a bunch of hearts in the shape of a bouquet of flowers. Instead of a bouquet of flowers, it's a bouquet of hearts set against a bigger heart. That bigger heart at the back that you can see is the heart of every individual. And the little hearts that are around it, forming the shape of a heart and forming the shape of a bouquet of flowers, are the hearts of others that the bigger heart is giving out to society and to humanity. Now, the color is pink. There's a shade of light red, and there's, of course, a shade of pure red. Red has always been associated with love. Pink is friendship. Pink is love for family. It's love in general. And the light red is also love in general. So this is what our logo is all about. I would think it would totally resonate with the app. Thank you, Domain. I shall now do my presentation on the intro of the app. I would need to share screen on this one. Am I sharing screen, Domain?
Not seeing your screen as yet.
Oh, I see. Right. Let me just get back on this. All right, there we are. Second, let me just get this in place. All right. The first part of the, yes, correct. We are now in the right place. First of all, I would just briefly explain what the app is all about. It is a mobile application which is available on both platforms, Apple and Play Store. When you go into the app, we are still at phase 1. The app will have the templates to send love messages to anybody in 148 countries. If you open up the app, the countries will come down as a drop down, and you can, at this moment, send messages to anyone you know. But we are upgrading the app to also send messages to people you do not know. For example, I'm right here in the Philippines. I may want to get to know somebody in Croatia. I just go down to Croatia, click on that flag, and there'll be a list of people who are already probably on the app, and you just click and you make friends with them. You're trying to get connected with people. This is one of the features of the app. The other one would be, it's like a pick me up kind of messages. We have hundreds of love quotes, success quotes. We have flowers, hundreds of them that you can choose and write your own message and send it to somebody whom you feel would want a pick me up or a chin up kind of message for the day. You may ask that question, what is the difference between this and why don't I just send a message on Messenger, or why don't I just do WhatsApp? The difference here is when you send a message on Messenger, it's a message, as the name implies. When you send it on WhatsApp, you're literally asking someone, what's up? WhatsApp. That's how it's called. But ours is a love app. The moment you send a message with the word love in it, the recipient will immediately know that you are sharing a loving thought with that person. So that's the difference of this app. It's very similar, it may appear. And the other difference is that you don't have to go to Google and look for flowers, or you don't have to look for any success quotes. It's all there. You just click on it, click the friend that you want to send it to, and that person who would over time will be connected. The moment you send a message, that person will be connected to the app. And there you have two people who have connected with love. That's the whole idea of the app. Let's move on to what this app is going to do. Oh, our vision, yes. Our vision is to bring love into our lives in ways that had not been envisioned before. Later on, as I explain about the app, you will know that this is something new, and we want people to have that feeling of love coming from within. All the time we have been ingrained, and we've just been indoctrinated, so to speak, that love comes from external sources. We look for it externally. And we want that love to come from somebody else, something else, some other thing. But no, we're going to change that. It has to come from within. Once it's from within, your cup is full, and then it runneth over. So that's our vision. And as you see later on, you will know how we're going to accomplish that. Our mission is to create a 10 million strong community around the world, whose mission too is to share and spread love, care, compassion, kindness to each other and to the rest of the world. Now, if you see this horizontal graph over here, it gives an idea of what are the subgroups of the app, which would encompass, I would say. It goes all across what love is all about. It's not even complete. We still have more. I'm just putting this here. Next one would be our tagline. It's the world's most loving app. We believe it is. We believe it's gonna be, and that's what it is to us and to all of us who are part of this program or this app. The next one would be, now this is the part where I'll give an explanation of what are the parts of the app. The first one, of course, would be the love community. The love community is the anchor of this app. The 10 million people whom we are going to get through the app and through our programs, this is the anchor of the app. And we are expecting, or we're working towards building this up in the next 3 years, 4 years, 10 million. 10 million may seem like a large number, but we must understand we have reached a time in life, in the era of society today, everything is in the billions. It's no more millions. Billionaires, billions of people, 8 billion. Billions is always in billions now. So 10 million is actually a tip of the iceberg. But we want to create that initial group of 10 million, and they would have a ripple effect and bringing it into the billions. That is what we're hoping for. So that's where we are on the love community. Another one of my favorites is the love cuisine. Our initiative, our starting initiative is Zero Waste, Save Food Initiative. So we'll be promoting that. Aside from the fact that we are going to do fusion food, how would you like to, Filipinos, how would you like to have adobo that feels like nasi rendang, or that's Malaysian? Or are we going to just mix and match food? We are talking to a good number of chefs on that, where we want to combine the different beautiful, delicious food from different continents, different cultures, different communities. And that's going to be, it's amazing. I'm a food lover, so I know it's going to be an amazing experience to try food mixed up with different cultures. The next one would be Love Answers. Love Answers is actually a question and answer platform where people can come and share their issues that they may have, concerns. We have a clinical psychologist on board, Dr. Erickson Batikan, who would be heading up this particular platform. So people are free to come in and share their issues, and we would have a panel who would give possible advice to help them. Not everyone can afford to go to a counselor, to go to a therapist, or we want to fill that gap to help people. The next one would be, this is part of the gaming. We're not there yet. This has probably come in phase 3, phase 4. Gaming is big. We want to get people to get into the gaming way of learning love. Why learn games in other ways? Why not learn about love through games? Love challenges, that's just challenges where we are going to ask people, for example, to pay forward. Someone who's standing ahead of you in a McDonald's queue, for example, just pay forward for someone. or if someone is, I mean, I see this in the hospital, and that's where it came to me. A lot of people need support in hospitals while waiting for their loved ones. And why not cheer them up? I mean, we go and cheer them up too. But how about someone who's waiting to hear about their family? Cheer them up. That's part of the challenge. It would be on a monthly basis. So, like this month, we're going to have a challenge for hospitals. Maybe the next month it's going to be Christmas. We're going to go to someone who's living alone and cheer them up for Christmas. That would be the challenge. And we'll be putting it up on social media so everyone can see what we have done. We need to share the work that we do as well. So it becomes, there's an impetus or some feeling for those who are introverts or shy. When they see that, yes, I can do that too. We can all do that. But some people are just shy. Some people are just hesitant. For some reason or another, we want to have them bloom and do the challenges when they see someone else doing it. The Love Shop, there's an online shop that would be the next phase actually. And we want to help mom and pop businesses, businesses run by single mothers, businesses run by persons with disabilities. We want to support them, or artisans who have special skills that the world has not seen. We want to promote them worldwide. And that's what the shop is about. This is not an Amazon. This is a shop that's going to promote people's skills, their art, their talents, their gifts. We want the world to know it. This is self-explanatory. This is about health. We've reached a stage where we need to look at health from a different angle. And we have a panel of doctors working on this, alternative treatment, complementary treatment. This is part of that. Love for seniors. We forget seniors, don't we? So this is part of that one. And the last one is for country specific. It's for the Philippines. I feel very, very strongly about the overseas Filipinos, and we really want to support them. We really want to support them. That's all I can say before I get emotional. They really work so hard. We want to support them. That's our journey of love. Future plans will be anything and everything that is involving love. Love is endless. Love is eternal. There is no limit. And we just want to go through doing that. That is our advocacy. That is our mission, vision, everything. Back to you, Domain.
Thank you so much, Dr. Mary Thomas. Thank you so much for sharing. You almost had me in tears over here. They say love is ineffable, that no matter how long you speak about it, you can't fully describe it. And it's true. But therein lies its beauty. It's not just in words, it's in the actions, it's in the feeling. Let love come from within, and when your cup is full, it runneth over. I love this so much. Personally, I am a fan of love cuisine. I do like to dine and enjoy a good food, and I feel the Love Shop so much. I'm going to be all in for the Love app, all in. We have a wonderful lineup of speakers here for our audience. And the first person who will join us at this virtual lectern is Cynthia Stott. She's a global visibility influencer, international speaker, distinguished Toastmaster, and international best-selling author, to say the least. For nearly 40 years, she lived her life in fear of pretty much everything, including public speaking and visibility. But through a transformational journey, she recast her phobias into passion. Ooh, I love that so much. An international speech and confidence coach, as well as a global visibility influencer with over 50,000 followers in over 140 countries. That's almost the whole world, people. TED Talk proponent, she encourages you to share your TED Talk and world-changing idea worth spreading, because you people are waiting for you. She'll be sharing with us how to spread love to the world through the gift of you. Please help me welcome, by putting your hands together, Cynthia Stott. Make her feel welcome.
Thank you so much. Woo! I'm so excited. Love is the answer to everything. And this is my love journey. Let me take you back all the way to 1989. I live in San Francisco and I was at the Fisherman's Wharf. I was with my boyfriend. We were going to dinner. We were going to go to Uno's Pizzeria, which is the Chicago style deep dish pizza. And if you were walking with us into the door, you would have seen my beautiful, handsome love of my life. I thought. He was tall, dark, handsome, and had a voice of an angel. I loved it when he sang with me. Shower me with your love. He could just melt my heart with his tunes. And we sat down at the table, and if you were sitting there, you would have seen my heart leap and my wide smile come on my face as Dean walked over to our table. I had met him in college back in April, and we got to know each other and we were friends, but the summer came and I started dating someone else, and he came to say hi because he was with his friends. He chatted with us for a few minutes and then walked away. And my boyfriend said, "Who was that?" He knew he was history. Fast forward, I broke up with my boyfriend. I started dating Dean in September 1989, before the 1989 earthquake. And we fell in love. We were chemistry in the chemistry study room. We were two nerds, peas in a pod, talking about science. I was a astrophysics major and he was a chemistry and biochemistry major. And we were studying hard and talking hard and loving hard. And I fell head over heels with him. Fast forward to 1995. I got married to the love of my life. This is our picture in Juneau, Alaska. It was raining that day, which just means good luck in Asian cultures. And it was good luck for us. We had 7 beautiful years married, 13 years together. And I said, Dean, this is our bad luck here. I hope we make it through it. If we can make it through it, we can make it through anything. And we didn't. It was 2003, and I called Dean and no answer. I called him from the airport. I was traveling. I was a bank examiner in Southern California, and I called his mom and I said, Mish, can you come up to the apartment and meet me there? They met me there 20 minutes before I arrived. And I came and I hugged my father-in-law, and he said, Dean is dead. My heart came crashing down into 1,000 pieces. And I cried for 21 days until I dehydrated myself and that I could drink again. And I could cry again. But that wasn't the end of the story, because Dean had said to me before he died, he said, I hold you back. And I argued with him and he would not hear any of it. And I had 7 strong phobias and I was focused on those and I was scared of everything. But after Dean died, I had to take on courage and be my own courage. And I made my visibility was my passion. My speaking was my passion. And I was dancing the night away when I was so terrified before he died. And what I found was that your people are waiting for you. They're praying for you. And you are the answer to their prayers. So just like a coin that has one side with a calling that has been laid on your heart, on the other side are the people who are calling to you. And you really are the answer to their prayers. So listen to Dean and take courage and speak as often as you can, as much as you can, especially if you are afraid to speak. Knees quivering, knees knocking, lips quivering, shaking all over. Keep speaking because your people are waiting for you. Thank you.
Thank you so much, distinguished Toastmaster Cynthia Stott. Cynthia, you broke my heart. That was as wonderful a comeback story as I've ever heard. Find your people. And I'm hoping the Love app may help us all find like-minded souls. Take courage, speak as often as you can, as much as you can, especially if you're afraid. Thank you so much, Cynthia. That was lovely. We have more illustrious speakers to hear from. The next person to take the virtual lectern is Yvette Carroll. She's an author and public speaker, a former journalist. She's a mother of 3, including a middle son with a dual diagnosis of autism and Down syndrome. Her youngest son was born with a congenital heart disorder and in 2010 underwent double bypass open heart surgery at the age of 5. She's a grandmother of 1 as well. A Toastmaster of 8 years standing, she has authored articles, written short stories, as well as independently published the middle grade trilogy, The Chronicles of Aidan Weaver, in 2020. Yvette lives with her family in what is one of my favorite countries, New Zealand. Please help me welcome Toastmaster Yvette Carroll. Put your hands together.
Thanks, Domain. Hi, everyone. Today, I would like to share with you a couple of the lessons I have learned in my life that pertain to this theme. Many years ago, I joined briefly Amway. Amway is a multi-level marketing platform where you sign people up to your business as customers or as small business owners. The idea is to work your way up through the ranks, hoping to attain that top level of diamond. My diamond leaders were Bob and Sue. Bob and Sue were this powerhouse older couple. They were dynamic yet humble, intelligent, kind, generous, and successful. One night, I went along to a public meeting where Bob and Sue were speaking. Afterwards, we were all filing out of the hall towards the car park, and I ended up walking alongside Sue, and we struck up a conversation. She was giving me fantastic business advice, which is what the business diamond leaders used to do. We're standing in the car park talking, and then we're saying our goodbyes, when Sue suddenly grabbed my hands in hers and she said, "Listen, honey, if you forget everything I have told you tonight, there is only one thing I want you to remember, and that is the golden rule I live my life by. And this is not just to do with business, it's to do with everything. Every day, no matter what, there is only one thing you need to do, and that is to spread the love." Even then, I knew something profound had happened. It was as if lights were going off around us. What she had said to me was so off script, so off protocol, that it had a big impact on me. And I went home from that meeting determined to make her golden rule my golden rule. However, I quickly learned that it's harder than it sounds, because while some people are easy to love, others are not. And here's where the second life lesson comes in. 20 years ago, my son Samuel was born with Down syndrome and autism. Samuel is incapable of judgment. Everyone, no matter whether they are king or queen, tyrant, saint, or sinner, is the same in his eyes. They all stand on the same level playing field. Can you imagine never judging anyone, no matter what they do, what they say, how they look? Can you? Bearing witness to Samuel's example has taught me patience, tolerance, and humility. Through Sam's effortless impassivity, Zen, if you will, I am learning the lesson of non-judgment. Because here's the thing, while it is a joy to love those who are dearest to our hearts, the next level is to love everyone. As Katharine Hepburn said, love has nothing to do with what you are going to get, only with what you are going to give, which is everything.
That was beautiful. That was beautiful. Please put your hands together. So many powerful words coming out of that one. Yvette, I think the core here, every day, no matter what, there's only one thing you need to do: spread the love. You are such a strong woman, raising your son, and Sam with his superpower of non-judgment, teaching patience, tolerance, humility. That is beautiful. Thank you. I am on a journey, like many people, learning the lessons of non-judgment. Thank you so much for sharing. Thank you so much for sharing. The next speaker to grace our presence is a motivational speaker with a passion for working with the youth in realizing the power of their voice to guide them to unlock their hidden potential in communication and leadership. She is a distinguished Toastmaster of Toastmasters International, an emotional intelligence life coach, youth soft skills master trainer, a push trainer, and a branding expert. She's an all-round asset for any individual or organization, as you can probably tell. Recipient of the Best Youth Transformation Coach 2022 award, Rashmi has proven to be a beacon for the next generation. Her motto in life: be unique, be you, be your best self. Please help me welcome Toastmaster Rashmi Ragal. Distinguished Toastmaster Rashmi Ragal.
Thank you so much, Domain. Ladies and gentlemen, if I ask you, can you prove your love to your wife, your husband, your friends? Is it there any specific tool to measure the depth of love? Can we do it by measuring a tape, by using any tool? For me, this all sounds impossible to prove because we can't put love in any specific frame. Then the question is, how to identify and find love? What is love? That's the question I asked to myself several times during my college and school time. A typical Indian girl who never had any relationship could never figure it out. What is love? And after college, my parents fixed my marriage. Have you heard about the arranged marriage? I call it the strange arranged marriage. Let me tell you, in this, partners are chosen based on their social status, educational qualifications, and background, cultural belief, and tradition. Because our parents believe that these factors are very important for contributing to balance that compatibility between a couple. And 90% of all marriages in India are arranged by bride and groom's parent. And that is how I met Anuj, my soulmate, a decent boy who lost his parent at a very tender age. And like me, he also never get to know what love is. So these two strangers came together and decided to work on the new project, Discover Love Together. But it was not easy. Why? Because of our strange arranged marriage. And let me tell you one more thing. As divorce at first sight is not the part of my typical Indian culture, similarly, love at first sight was also not there. And Aisha would agree with this. She's in the room, my lovely friend. But we did it. We discovered love together, and now we are happily married with our two lovely kids, and we are celebrating our 15th wedding anniversary next week. During the initial days, we were super patient and careful to give each other enough time to understand, know each other, and develop the respect for each other's individuality. As Domain mentioned, I'm an EQ coach. And according to psychologists, there are 4 types of intelligence. First is intelligence quotient. Second is emotional quotient. Third is social quotient. And the fourth one is adversity quotient. Me and my husband, Anuj, were at different intellect levels. His IQ and adversity quotient, because of those adversity he has faced in his life, is very high. So AQ and IQ is super high, but SQ and EQ is low. In my case, my EQ is high and SQ is super high. We had that quite different approach and perspective towards our life. But let me tell you, it didn't create differences between us. In fact, it helped us in that compatibility we established in our relationship. We had innumerable late nights coffee talk to discuss our strength, our weakness, fear, failures, passion, dreams, hobbies. Lots of talk. In this process, we found ourselves in love, in true love. And we discovered that love is not a noun. It's not a noun. It's a verb which is full of action. Our attitude to be there with our beloved, our active listening skills, our open conversations, our attitude to serve the person we love, and have that assurance, I will be there forever with you till my last breath, is the love. That's the love. Now, when I'm happily married for 15 years, now my friends ask me, Rashmi, what is the secret? Is romance is the secret of your happy married life? And I would strongly disagree. I'm sorry, I'm not a romantic person at all. But we both are deeply in love. Because of our discovery, love is less about romance. It is more about respect. Romantic feelings will come and go within the fraction of seconds. If mood is good, you will feel romantic. If not, no romance at all. And then slowly, the charm and beauty of the relationship will fade away. But in my relationship with Anuj, love was never at the first place, as it was an arranged marriage, I have shared. First place was always of the respect. Second, understanding, which we developed between us. And then third came the love. And when the love entered, it was less about me, it was more about we. because we both discovered it together. And love is more than these three letters word I love you. It's more than those touchy feelings. Love is a beautiful blend of caring and daring. Caring to stand up and accept the person completely, regardless the faults, the differences, the silly habits, and daring to practice forgiveness and ability to let go mistakes. It's okay. And it requires consistency. Let me give you an example here. It is exactly like to go to a gym. Most people quit gym because they don't see changes in their body within starting 2-3 months, right? Going to gym for 5 to 6 hours a day will not bring any positive result. But we all know that going to gym consistently for few months regularly for 20 minutes does. With your commitment, dedication, hard work, you will see the result. So my dear friends, dear participants, give your ear, give your time, give your patience to your loved ones. As my spiritual guru, Shri Ravi Shankarji says, when love glows, it's a bliss. When it flows, it's a compassion. When it's act, it's a perfection. And that's the love. That's the love. Thank you so much. And back to you, Domain.
Thank you so, so much, Rashmi. Thank you so very much. So many things I got from that one. Love is hard. It's very hard to measure. You can't use a ruler or a scale. And there are many ways to get to love. But most importantly, what one must remember, according to Rashmi, love is not a noun. It's a verb, an action. A friend of mine always says, love is as love does. Yeah. It's not about the romance, people. It's about respect and understanding. That was lovely. Thank you very much, Rashmi. Our next speaker, Dr. Erickson D. Batikan, is a former associate professor of the psychology department of the Ateneo de Davao University. He's a licensed psychologist and psychometrician. Presently, he's a full-time clinician at the titular Dr. Erickson D. Batikan Psychological Center. He's a consultant at the DSWD's Reception and Study Center for Children, Bethany Homes for Abused Girls, De La Serna Custodial Center, and De La Rosa Psychiatric Center. He's a member and a certified clinical psychologist of the Psychological Association of the Philippines and an international affiliate of the American Psychological Association. To put it bluntly, Toastmasters and friends, he's very, very qualified. Unfortunately, he couldn't be present here today, given time constraints. This is an international audience, of course. So he has shared his words via video, which I will share for you right now.
Good day, everyone. This is Dr. Erickson Batikan, a registered clinical psychologist based in Davao City, Philippines. First, I would like to congratulate Dr. Mary Thomas and her team for successfully putting this up together. A project, finally, a project and application that can be considered a ray of light in this challenging time that we are facing today. As you can see, the world is in a very unstable state. The COVID-19 pandemic, countries fighting each other, technology affecting the different aspects of our lives, the economic, social, political crisis happening all over the world. There's so much negativity and animosity. With all of these things happening, affecting our stability, especially our mental health, we need something positive. And we can only achieve that by coming together, uniting as one. It is high time that we spread positivity by spreading love, compassion, and understanding as a community. I encourage everyone to join us in making this world a better place for the next generation, for our children's children. Everything is possible, and we can do so much if only we will work hand in hand, and together we can make this world a better place for our children. And as what Marvin Gaye said in his song, love can conquer hate. Love can conquer hate. So starting today, we need to show that we care. We need to show and discover the love that we have for each other. It is very simple. Be gentle when you approach someone. Be gentle with our words and actions. Accept everyone, regardless of our cultural background, our cultural differences. Because at the end of the day, we are one. With the technology that we have, it's easier for us to reach out to those who are suffering and to those who are misunderstood. Together, we can make it. We evolve as a human race. Remember, be gentle and show we care. Thank you very much and peace.
Please put your hands together for Dr. Eric Batikan. I agree. It is for us, the individuals, to make the effort. I've always felt that the world isn't always changed by huge acts that blow up the world or show everybody what's going on. It comes down to the individual acts. Each one of us doing what we can when we can. Thank you, Dr. Eric Batikan. The next speaker to join us is, in fact, a Toastmaster. Bear with me. Can you guys hear me? Just want to make sure that we're all good.
Yes, we can hear you.
Very good.
Yes, we can.
Just a moment, not seeing anyone on screen. This is odd. But I can hear you guys, and I'm happy for that. To come to the stage now, a Toastmaster of 6 years, Derek Garcia Roll has served in 5 of the 7 club officer roles and is a 2-time President's Distinguished Club President. He's also a President Distinguished Area Director and a Select Distinguished Division Director. He's a sponsor and charter president of Leading Voices Toastmasters Club in District 47, a fantastic club. I've been there a few times. He derives greater joy in helping others achieve their goals than from personal accolades. He fully believes in Mahatma Gandhi's quote, "The best way to find yourself is to lose yourself in the service of others." And the more he serves, the more he grows, and the more he finds himself. Please help me welcome Toastmaster Derek Roll. Put your hands together, make him feel welcomed.
Thank you very much, Domain. Good evening, good morning, and good night to each and every one of you. Love is something if you give it away, give it away, give it away. Love is something if you give it away, you'll end up having more. My friends, how possible is it for you to give what you do not possess, what you do not have? Think about that for a moment. One of the challenges many persons are faced with, and I know I, for one, was faced with it as well, was not loving myself, not appreciating the person that I am, not recognizing the potential and the possibilities that existed within me. So many times we are given the spirit of fear, the spirit of hate, not by the Almighty, but by those around us who are supposed to nurture us, our parents, our families. Very rarely, and those times, are we given the spirit of love. Are we taught how to love ourselves? Yet still, we are expected to give love and to show love. So I ask again, how can we give what we do not first have? The first step for me in order to give love is to know love within myself. So my first encouragement to all of us is to ensure that we believe in and we love ourselves in order to be able to give love to the wider community, to the world at large. It is a beautiful thing to be able to give love. That song goes on to say even further, love is like a magic penny. Lend it, spend it, you'll have so many. It will roll all over the floor, but hold it tight and you won't have any. How often do we hold on tightly to our love? Hold on tightly what's inside of us that someone else is waiting for, simply because of fear of rejection and being hurt. To love takes bravery. To love takes courage. There must be no trepidation whatsoever. No fear or anxiety for what may come. Think about it. When we hold back, we rob ourselves and we rob others of what they are waiting for. I rob Carol of what she needs in order to show love every single day. I rob Mary of this beautiful app that she is establishing. If I hold back being a good, kind, and generous individual. It is true. Love is not a noun, like Rashmi would have said. Love is a verb. It is an action word. It takes doing in order to love. Picture that you are a pump that has an inlet and an outlet. And you have gained the ability to give love, but all you're doing is giving love, giving love, giving love. Your outlet is working overtime, just giving. But you're not in an environment where you're taking in and receiving. Soon enough, you will be depleted. As much as you want to give, there's nothing or very little within you to give. We must surround ourselves with persons who feed into us. When we are fed, we're able to give back. Like Domain would have said, when you receive love, your cup runneth over, be able to give even more. It's almost as if though holding your hand tight, you cannot receive. In order to receive, you have to open up. So I encourage each and every one of us to first love ourselves. Secondly, surround ourselves with those who feed into us to allow us to love. Lastly, open up and let your love flow. Give to those who are waiting on what you have. Back to you, Domain.
Thank you so much, Derek. An important reminder to everyone present. Self-love is important. It is important. The metaphor is often used where they say, in the case of a plane crash, don your ear mask first so that you can help others. It's important that you fill yourself with love. That's why it's also important to surround ourselves with love. Giving becomes effortless when you're always receiving love just the same. I also really like what you said, Derek. To love takes bravery, courage, putting yourself out there. Love yourselves, everyone. Love yourselves. Thank you. Derek, for sharing. Thank you so much. To come to the stage next, we have Anthony. And Anthony isn't present today. Well, actually, Anthony is with us. Anthony, I know you sent in a recording, but would you like to speak since you are present?
Yeah, I'd love to. Thank you.
Well,
Dave.
allow me to properly introduce you, Anthony, because I think this is important. Anthony Benlawi Jr. He's a registered nurse in both the Philippines and the United Kingdom. In 2011, he graduated from the Notre Dame University in Cotabato City. I want to make sure I get that. It sounds so nice. Philippines. He became a registered nurse the very same year. Anthony is driven to advance his skills and career, which is why he works in industries other than just nursing. In 2019, he became a registered nurse in the UK, and he's now a team leader in the dementia unit, which definitely speaks to my heart. Anthony is currently studying for a Regulated Qualifications Framework Level 5 Diploma in Leadership and Management for adult care with City and Guilds in the UK in preparation to take a bigger role at Elder Healthcare IOM Limited in the Isle of Man. Please make Anthony feel very, very welcome. Put your hands together.
Well, thank you, Domain. Well, you just made my heart so big at the moment. Well, first off, I would like to thank Dr. Thomas for giving me this opportunity to speak about love, and to meet lovely people from around the world. I'll be speaking on behalf of the overseas Filipino workers around the world, because being an overseas Filipino worker is indeed a great challenge. It takes a lot of courage, strength, resilience, and never-ending patience, understanding, sweat, blood, and the thing that we always have a problem with is money, because we need lots of money before we are able to secure an employment overseas. And the fact that we will be leaving our families back home in order for us to earn a living is the saddest and the hardest part of being an OFW. And that being said, I always believe in empathy, as it is an effective form of communication, or communicating our concern and care for others, as it is understanding where people are coming from by putting oneself in their shoes. And I appreciate, those people who gave me a lift from the airport as soon as I arrived here in the Isle of Man, as I didn't know anybody when I came. And those people who bought me groceries, took me to places when I arrived here in the island. I felt the warm welcome from these individuals at that very time. That experience made me realize that there is still hope for humanity, as long as we help others, even in our own little ways. And those were the very reasons why, I created the Nurse Anthony Facebook and YouTube accounts to share my Isle of Man journey and all of my relevant experiences that just may be crucial, for other Filipinos or foreign workers in making their decisions in living and working abroad. Also, my wife and I are always extending our help to those Filipinos who just arrived in the Isle of Man. And I always try to help, as much as we could, as I know exactly how it felt to be in their very, very situation where there is no proper help or support. I remember 4 years ago when I arrived, I didn't know anyone in this very island, but there's a lot of people whom I did not even know share the love and support, from the very time that I arrived on the Isle of Man. And so, I also tried to reciprocate what they did for me. So my wife and I, we provide the support that we think people may need, as long as we are able to. And I personally experienced all the good and challenging circumstances being an OFW in a place like the Isle of Man, where it is always cold, just like now, windy, wet, especially during the winter season. Heading to work and traveling back home is a real pain. I can't remember those nights and days where I cry because the bus just left left the bus station and I didn't manage to catch it. You know, it was very cold. You're waiting under the rain. You know, those were the times where I told myself that, you know, I should be driving. Well, it may sound funny, but you know, now that I am driving, a simple gesture like helping, you know, stopping on the road and try to give people lift, you know, those are, you know, that simple gesture, you know, made me emotional at times because, you know, I didn't have those support when I was going to work before. I was walking in the dark. Nobody was there to help me. You know, the Isle of Man weather is very unpredictable. 1 minute it's sunny, 5 minutes after it's rainy and windy. And, you know, sometimes I questioned myself before if, you know, God put me in the right place because I came from a very nice country where it is sunny around all year round. And I came to the Isle of Man. It's always cold, but you know, a simple gesture like any form of help, you know, cannot only make other people happy, but it does give me a satisfactory feeling as I'm able to extend help, even in my most simplest way. And I'm truly grateful to be given this opportunity to speak about my experiences being an OFW. I hope and pray that this love app will be an effective platform to share our love to you, you know, for humanity, and to remind people that love is what the world needs in order to survive. That will be all. Thank you.
Thank you so much. So much, Anthony. You are very relatable. I think, as you've said, empathy is a big thing for you. And I think as people who care for love and like to share love, empathy is vital. It's core to what we do. I remember, as you talked about living in the Isle of Man and sometimes the bus catching you, you missing the bus and feeling stranded. I was working out of town about 150 miles away from home in a very rural area. I went to a wedding and it got very late, no drives to go home. And I was stranded for like 2 hours on the road just trying to get a taxi. And a stranger, just a random human being, stopped, picked me up, and brought me all the way to a hotel. And on the way, he shared the very same story, that he himself had been stranded in the very same spot multiple times, wishing somebody would help him. Thank you so much for sharing. Trust me, there are many people here right now who can relate to what you've said. Thank you so much, Anthony, for sharing. And just like Faith, we actually have another Anthony who would like to share his words. This Anthony also in Sweden, I believe, and it is 3 a.m. Therefore, they can't show up. So a video was shared. Therefore, allow me now to share Anthony's video. Bear with me, team. Please let me know if you can see the video. Just need verbal confirmation.
Hello, Mary, and everyone else who is in this release party. I'm so happy for you, you know, bringing out the love app to the world. It's great. It's just great. It's 3 o'clock in the morning my time, so I'm actually recording this for you because I want to be asleep at 3 o'clock in the morning. Sorry about that. I was thinking about this with love and so on, and how hard it sometimes can be. I just mentioned to you, Mary, before we put the record button on, that I was just in a session. I just had a keynote for a session then for some people in South Africa, and I had some problems with my computer. And afterwards, I was thinking, oh my God, I'm such an amateur. What's going on? I'm doing this for a living, and I couldn't even, you know, bring my A game to them. And I felt so bad, and I felt worthless because of that. which of course is not true. The performance wasn't as good as I wanted, but I am not worth less because of that. And I've been thinking about, from my perspective, looking into things like communication superpowers. A lot of that is about outside or external communication. How do you communicate with high energy, with high empathy, with high clarity? If you do all that well, you will become a super communicator, you will influence people, you will be better, you will have more engagement and all that stuff. But I realize that I need to communicate with those superpowers to me as well. I need to give myself a boost of energy when I need it. I need to give myself empathy when I need it, like I did in this case. I really needed that. But I kind of hit myself down. Oh, you're not too good enough. I am good enough. I just need to bring that up and realize, okay, fine. You, Anthony, are still good enough. And I need to bring that clarity of what I want in order to perform better at each time. And then I'm looking into the word empathy. What is that? Well, I call it a superpower. Is it really? Or is it perhaps compassion that is the superpower? When you're really compassionate towards yourself, towards your family member. In my case, I have a wife, I have 2 kids, I have a father, mother, all that. I have a dog which I adore as well. I call her Miss Waffle. She's outside right now in the room. So perhaps compassion is the word I should look for. And if I go one step further, what is that then? For me, that is a synonym to the word love. So just feeling that self-compassion and compassion to others will just make the world a better place. And I know, Mary, that you want, and the rest of you also want to have a better world. Otherwise, you wouldn't be in this release party. This is the thing. We want to have a better world. For me, I work a lot with communication. That's not the most important thing in the world. The ones who create and generate love is the most important person in the world. Perhaps I can also contribute to that, but you can too. And I just look forward to looking into this app now, because I haven't tried it myself. The release party is now, so we'll see what happens. But I'm so curious to do it as well. And again, a big thank you and congratulations to your app, Mary.
Anthony, sharing and summing up exactly what we've all been talking about. Empathy, compassion, loving oneself so that we can love others. The Love app is huge. It's huge. It's real. It's here and it's working. We're already feeling it here. And I cannot wait for the rest of the world to feast on what we have to share. We have one more speaker to come to the next, not just one more, I'm just saying we have another to join us here on stage. A success coach, enhancement specialist, inspirational speaker, Toastmaster, certified John Maxwell speaker, coach, and teacher, Malcolm Wilson's purpose is to inspire, equip, and empower students and adults to be successful in school, at work, and in life. He focuses on personal and leadership growth, effective communication, teamwork, entrepreneurship growth, and mindset shifting. Now, if you would like to be successful, you should ask him out. Please help me welcome Malcolm Wilson. Put your hands together. Malcolm.
A wise old man once asked, "What is the essence of life?" He paused for a moment, and then he responded, "The essence of life is love, because love matters." Master of Ceremonies, ladies and gentlemen, as you've listened carefully to the eloquent speakers before me, speaking and even singing, the obvious conclusion you can draw is that indeed love matters. That same old wise man then proceeded to ask a question of his own. Do you know how to spell love? He also gave a hint. It's not L-O-V. After a moment of silence, the wise old man played with his beard and then proceeded to answer his own question. The wisdom he shared then, I will share with you now. Love is spelled with a T for togetherness. Regardless of your age, you and everyone around you needs and can benefit from love. There's a reason why giving love feels so good. It's a chemical reaction within, the release of oxytocin, love hormone. Affectionate behaviors like holding hands, hugging, elevate your level of oxytocin. The health, mental, and emotional benefits are numerous. Lowering your blood pressure, helping you maintain positive relationships, boosting your self-confidence and self-esteem. I can go on and on. Doesn't it feel wonderful to be shown and told that you are loved? Love is also spelled with an I for inspiring. Love makes you happy. Love makes you hopeful. Love makes you grateful. Love gives you that can-do attitude, as if you can do anything, anywhere, anytime. In short, love is inspiring. And love is spelled with an M for malleable. Let's face it, relationships with friends, family, your spouse, they have their twists and turns, ups and downs, and they may even come to a breaking point. That's why it is so important in relationships to be flexible, to give and take, to bend without breaking though. Last but not least, love is spelled with an E for everlasting. When it comes down to it, there isn't much that can outlast love. Love is trust. Love is respect. Love is accepting the person just the way they are. Love is also exercising patience. And all of that makes love everlasting. So, ladies and gentlemen, according to that wise old man, the essence of life is love, because love matters. And love is spelled with a T for togetherness, an I for inspiring, a M for malleable, an E for everlasting. Yes, love is spelled T-I-M-E, time. And when sharing or receiving love, especially when using our love app, please pay close attention to the quality of time you invest in love, because love matters. Master of Ceremonies.
Wow, that's new. That is very new. I really like that. Love is time, togetherness, inspiring, malleable, everlasting. Not just any time, quality time. Malcolm, I'm borrowing that forever. Thank you for sharing. I really, really like that one. Wow. We have one more speaker. And I am really looking forward to this one, as I have for all of them. Senior Director for Global Learning and Development in ITD World, Country Head for International ITD Limited in Thailand, Certified Instructor for Thomas Crane's The Heart of Coaching, John Maxwell's Laws of Teamwork and Winning with People, Certified LPI Consultant for Leonard Personality Inventory, Certified Coaching and Mentoring Professional, Associate Certified Coach with International Coaching Federation, active practitioner and researcher in the art and science of human resource development, doctorate in business administration, University Science, Malaysia, Master of Sciences in Training and Human Resource Management, and bachelor's degree in economics, life member of the Women's Center for Change in Penang, co-founder of Campri, Week Here. We have an illustrious speaker in the form of Dr. Kathleen Ong, And she says, it's just Dr. Cat. I love it so much. She has asked us to share a video of her presentation. So please enjoy.
There is more hunger for love and appreciation in this world than for bread. These are the words of Saint Mother Teresa of Calcutta. A very good morning, good afternoon, and good evening to all my friends and loved ones all over the world. As I ponder on these words, I realize the simple truth. While the world is able to show global statistics of famine and hunger for food, there is also a deep hunger for appreciation and love inside everyone. Today, I would like to share with you 3 tips on what you can do to help yourself practice self-love and self-appreciation. Because when you practice self-love, you will then begin to love others. The first tip is the practice of the daily mantra. I remember as a child in school, I was not good in mathematics and I was also very talkative. My teacher put me in front of the class and said that, Kathleen, you're very talkative. You know what you should do? She put a pail over me and knock, knock, knock. And she said, empty vessels. That cruel way impacted my self-esteem. And that went on till my secondary years and my adulthood. And one blessed day, attending a retreat, I met with a priest. And he told all of us one very important tip. Practice your daily mantra. What is your reverse mantra? What is your narrative? I've been saying I'm not good enough. I'm very unlucky. People don't love me. Then he said, pick 3 words that can reverse your mantra. So I chose 3 words. I am good. I am blessed. I am loved. I am good. I am blessed. I am loved. So he says that to practice this daily mantra in the morning, in the afternoon, and in the evening, minimum 3 times a day. Do it for minimum 30 days and you can see your smile on your face. So this is the first step of self-love that I practice. Even until today, when I feel down, I do that. The second method is F. Forgive yourself. When something bad happens, you tend to always feel that you're bad, you're not good enough. And I remember one particular evening, I received a call in my home, and this person said, Kathleen, you're no longer welcome in my home. I had a shock of my life. From that day, I felt a sense of rejection, and I could not forgive myself. And something happened for years and years. It was in my heart. And my mentor told me, Kathleen, you can choose to let go and forgive yourself, or you can let the seed of anger sit in your heart, and one day it may grow to an illness that you may not be aware of. I decided that I must let go. I should let go. I practiced some methods of visualization and it really helped me. The third tip is the next D, discover your true nature. I remember doing a personality profiling, the Leonard personality, and I learned about different personality styles. It just in 10 minutes. If you are a person who is creative, high openness, high O, remember to go out in nature, do different things, enjoy being creative, paint, and do whatever flows with you. Or if you are a relational person, allow yourself to go out and meet up with your friends. Be happy, connect with people. Or if you're a person who is quite analytical, your strongest need is to be perfect. Find a job that you can always be analytical and analyze. Live your best strength and you will be loving yourself better. And if you are a very decisive person and you like to compete in all kinds of competition, go compete and be the best version you can be. Opo, sir. Sige po. Because there's more hunger for love and appreciation. When you begin to love yourself,
Yes.
start to appreciate and love others.
Thank you.
Pathway to fulfilling in the world. Please join me in giving yourself a loving hug. Thank you.
I was hugging myself. Thank you, Dr. Kat. I really, really like that. That was very empowering. Thank you so much. Love yourself, forgive yourself, discover your passions, discover what you love, who you are. It is so sad that not many people hear that message enough, are reminded of how worthy they are. Thank you so much for sharing, Dr. Kat. And that's one of the hopes of the Love app, that we can spread that message, remind people that they are worth loving, that they should love themselves, that there are deep parts of them that they themselves haven't yet discovered, and to go out there, discover it, find out more about yourself, love yourself, and it becomes easy to love others. I would like to thank all of our speakers for sharing and for being so passionate and heartfelt and digging so deep and revealing such deep parts of yourselves. We genuinely appreciate you. Of course, to give a proper vote of thanks, please welcome back to the stage Dr. Mary Thomas. Make her feel welcomed.
Thank you, Domain. The first thing that I would say, having listened to all of these speeches, is that is exactly what I have been saying. When we keep listening to stories, when we keep hearing other people's experiences, when we keep hearing them, we begin to understand the love that is within them is also within us. And we probably have also gone through those experiences. And as we all know, a burden shared is a burden halved. And that is where in the Love app, we have Love Answers, where we get people to come and tell us, unload their burdens, and we are there for them. These speeches that I heard just now are exactly what I feel. And I said, and I mentioned earlier, that when we hear other stories, we too will have something to learn, something to understand, self-awareness, self-growth. When we are aware of ourselves, we grow as well. And this is exactly what the app is going to do. The platforms that we have, the sub-units, the sub-features, that's what we're going to do. We're going to keep talking to people. We're going to keep hearing stories like this from the world, from different people. And that's where this app is going to go. And it's going to become what it should become. And that's the plan that the Love App team has. With that, I would say big, hearty thank you to all the international speakers. You guys, you ladies and gentlemen, you've done fantastic, sharing your, just as what Domain has said, you have shared very deep stories about yourselves. And that's fantastic. We need to be storytellers and share to the world. It's so important. I am so thankful for all of you, very grateful, and I'm at a loss of words because I'm so touched emotionally by all of this. I would now like to have the Philippines launch come through. And I would like to explain that the Philippines launch, we are having launches country specific because we want to allow the growth of each individual based on their country. So that's why we're having a Philippines launch, and it is very geared towards the needs of the Filipinos. And I have a beautiful panel of people, and we've got our first speaker coming up. Domain, I give you the honor of introducing our next speaker and all these speakers, Tita Kim, Jaren, and all of the others who'll be with us. Dr. Erickson's Vatican is recording as well to spearhead for the Philippines. So back to you, Domain.
Thank you so much, Dr. Mary Thomas. Before we jump into the Philippines launch, can we have people turning their cameras on? I would love for us to get a snapshot or picture. If you can, just turn your cameras on. Everybody just come on screen, come on screen, come on screen, come on screen. We want to see the smiles, smiles. Here we go. Beauty is in the eyes of the beholder, and you're all beautiful to me. Come on
Show the
screen.
love. Share the love on
Show
the
your
screen.
love. Yeah, use the heart emoji. Put up your heart emojis. Let there be hearts everywhere. A bouquet of hearts, just as our logo is. Yes. Hey, Ralph, I see you. Hey, Yvette. Skitty, I see you. I'm gonna give you my pretty look. Did we get it? Did we get it?
Michael, please join us.
Yes, come on, come. Let us all huddle together on screen. Let's take a snapshot for perpetuity. This is the launch of the Love app. We're sharing in love, kindness. You know, one of my favorite quotes is, be kind, for everyone you meet is fighting a hard battle. That's empathy, that's compassion, that's love. That's what I live by. Be kind, for everyone is fighting a hard battle. Everyone has a story. And it's important that we share, that we help each other. Nobody exists by ourselves. We don't. So let's love each other. Mary, you're doing something. You don't know what you've done, but you put so much love into this world. All right. I think we would have gotten it by then. And now on to the Philippines launch. Magandang umaga, Pilipinas at sa buong mundo. Inaanyayahan ko kayo ato ngayon. Ang isa sa pinakahihintay na pagsisimula ng The Love App. Samahan ninyo kami ngayong umaga kasama ang mga tagapagsalita upang samahan tayo sa magiging kaganapan. Salamat po. I love Tagalog so much. It's such a beautiful language. Welcome to the launch of the Philippines Love app. We have many speakers lined up, and the first to join us is Dr. Dr. Judith Bacaro, licensed professional teacher, principal, former DAPRISA president, which is an association of private schools, former graduate professor, former tertiary instructor, speaker, facilitator, a mother of 4 and a grandmom of 4, meditation practitioner and advocate, namaste, member of the Board of Trustees for Christian Life School of Mati Davao Oriental, One Accord Cooperative of Davao City, a naturalist, a traveler, blogger at judithbacaro.com, soon to be book author. Please put your hands together and help me welcome Dr. Judith Bacaro. Make her feel welcomed. Dr. Judith.
Yes, thank you so much. It's such a joy and pleasure to be one with you. And magandang araw sa lahat, no? From the Philippines. The love that you are. Have you told yourself today how much you love and appreciate everything about you? For sure some did, but many of us did not. Because we see so much imperfections inside and out, right? Well, no worries. I'm one with you in so many ways. Let me tell you a little story. In 2017, I was invited in Boracay, one of the best beaches here in the Philippines, to speak to teachers from the different regions. I started my talk with this song. I love myself the way I am. There's nothing I need to change. I'd always be the perfect to me. There's nothing to rearrange. I'm beautiful and capable of being the best to me I can. And I love myself just the way I am. After the session, one great seasoned senior teacher asked me, Judith, if I love myself, where's the love of God there? I smiled and asked her this question in return. I said, in whose image are you made? And she paused. She thought for a while and smiled back with an answer. Oh, I am created in the image of God, the Almighty. And if I love myself, I love God. Right there and then, she had that aha moment. In another seminar, our speaker asked the participants, what makes your school different since I work in a school? I readily stood up with my answer and I said, we teach our students to love themselves. Yes, we are increasing this awareness in loving oneself. One crucial ingredient that's missing amongst people who eventually commit suicide. So sad. This is not the kind of love we're talking about that puts down others so you can love yourself. It is an intimate knowing instead that everything about you is intricately, uniquely, and wonderfully made. Loving oneself is a journey that needs a deeper understanding every single day. I used to hate my curly hair and my being petite amongst the six of us. I kept asking my mom, how come I'm the only one with curly hair? And how come I'm the cutest and the most petite? All those seemingly imperfections were slowly dragging me down. I forgot to value and treasure my individuality and that the real me goes beyond all my externals. Loving oneself leads to other priceless gifts like happiness, peace, contentment, and gratitude. In science, we discover that activating the love hormone, or scientifically known as oxytocin, fosters social connections that produces feelings such as those associated with sex, exercise, art, and any form of achievement. Love makes us grow. Love makes us glow as we go through life. Love makes us accepting, believing, forgiving, and trusting. Oh, and just before my time ends, let me leave you these lines of a classic song, where over these years, I have actually learned to really love myself, and that this love has been overflowing through me. The song says, the greatest love of all is easy to achieve. Learning to love yourself is the greatest love of all. The more we genuinely love ourselves, the more abounds and expands. Love is magical. Love heals. Love unites as it makes us one, regardless our color, race, and language. Love is a magic we create among ourselves and to everyone else that surrounds us. I bless you and I love you the way that you are. Namaste.
Namaste, Dr. Julie. I would like to take this opportunity to be one of the first to use one of the features of the Love app in sharing a pick-me-up. Dr. Judith, you didn't tell me you could sing. You are a beautiful singer. And I can't believe you didn't love your hair. Your hair is beautiful. You are uniquely you. Thank you so much for sharing. I really liked loving yourself doesn't mean putting others down.
Yes.
No, it's not. It's about appreciating all that you are, all that you could be, all the blessings. It can only help. So when we leave here, look in the mirror, release some oxytocin and love yourself. Our next speaker, Dr. Kevin Manansala, a man of very few words. He's the founder of Humanities Strategic Management Services, Youth Advocate and Healthcare Diplomat 2022, Asia's most notable business consultant. Please put your hands together and welcome Dr. Kevin Manansala. Make him feel welcome.
Thank you so much, sir. Thank you so much. And welcome everyone for this wonderful event that Dr. Mary Thomas has organized. Thank you, Dr. Mary, for inviting me for today's event. And also, it's very nice to see people who are focal persons from their companies and particular industries who are now with us today sharing love. As a healthcare provider during the pandemic, we have seen a lot of people who are dying almost near death, and some people who didn't make it. All right, and caregiving has been an integral part of the healthcare profession. And with caregiving, the integration of love is very important. Love and being loved in this industry is very important, regardless of the negative consequences that our patients would have. Loving as an aspect of human care can mean showing respect for human values, cooperation, and altruism. Respect for human dignity and devotions to one's patients are very important. It is imperative for nurses to consider their patients' dignity because doing so is essential for establishing an effective relationship between the patient and his or her healthcare provider. Now that we are live, I would want to use our native language, Filipino, to tell the world how love is important with our day-to-day living. Alam niyo po mga kababayan, yung pagmamahal natin sa isa't isa, napaka-importante po, lalo na ngayon na nasa panahon tayo ng pandemya. Dahil po, kung mamamayani sa atin yung pagiging makasarili, no, yung galit o yung puot dahil hindi maibigay yung ating mga pangangailangan dahil lahat tayo po ay nahihirapan ngayong panahon ng pandemya. Sana po I speak on behalf of all the speakers internationally na sana patuloy na mamayani yung pagmamahalan. Ang mga Filipinos naman po kilala tayo bilang masayahin, bilang mapagmahal. Kaya naman sa totoo lang kung titignan natin, isa sa malawak na nakakalat na lahi sa mundo ay Pilipino. Dahil sa tingin ko nakikita ng mga banyaga natin, ng mga foreigners, that Filipinos are easy to be loved. And I hope, no, with the launch of this application, no, we would be able to create friendship internationally, no, na makita ng mga tao kung gaano ka-hospitable, kasaya yung ating mga kababayan. And I hope, no, doon po sa pag-launch ng app na ito ay maibahagi natin sa iba yung totoong kailangan ng mundo natin ngayon, at yun po ay ang pagmamahal. Our world needs love than anything else in this world. Thank you very much to everyone.
Thank you so much for sharing. You know, as a member of the international community, this is what we hope for the Love App, the ability to share cultures, the ability to discover new things about other parts of the world. Tagalog is a very new language to me. It's very new. I've never heard of it before, if I'm being very honest. I'm literally on the other side of the planet. But to be able to watch you in your element, to see you relate to your fellow countrymen and women, to the diaspora of Filipinos all across the world. It's heartfelt. Thank you so much. Thank you so much for sharing. We appreciate you. Our next speaker to come to join us, Jeanette Panieras, an agency manager. She's worked in so many fields. She's been a sales accountant, a tax accountant, a financial advisor, meaning she's very qualified to speak to us on finances. She's a President's Challenge Ruby Qualifier 2017, Most Respectable Advisor, Caring Level 1 2018, Chief Agency Officer, Bronze Qualifier 2018, Stronger Advisor Champion 2020. She has many accolades under her belt. And all this is to say that she's extremely, extremely qualified. Please put your hands together and help me welcome Jeanette Panieras. Make her feel welcomed. Put your hands together.
Thank you, Domain. I love myself. Therefore, I work at a job I truly enjoy doing, one that uses my creative talents and abilities, working with and for people I love and who love me, and earning a good income. Hello, everyone. My name is Jeanette, a personal finance advocate, and I'm so honored to share with you all today some of my learning encounters that ushered me to my journey of self-love and living life fully. Growing up in the Philippines is fun, but not everything is easy. When I was in kindergarten, I almost lost my father in a vehicular accident while he was on his way to work. When I reached college, I almost missed enrolling in a university since my parents didn't have regular jobs at that time. Thank God, they were just almost. We were not well off, but my parents didn't make me feel how financially difficult it was back then. Later, I learned my father's medical bills were cleared by SSS. I couldn't imagine the stress they were in during that unfortunate situation, but they didn't have to worry about any obligations at the hospital. So my father had more time to focus on healing from his spine injury. When I entered college, the educational plan they prepared for me covered the 4-year college tuition. The problem was to pay for the miscellaneous fee so that the training company will fulfill its end of responsibility. I clearly remember that a couple of times I had to borrow some money from other people. I also had to work sell beauty products while in school to have extra cash for school projects and stuff. Now looking back, I would ask myself, how did I get so lucky? I realized it was the compliance of my parents to pay their employee contribution to cover the risks of life. It was their commitment to pay for the premium for future expenses they'd be spending when all 3 of us siblings get college. And I'm so grateful that they did it, not only for our sake, but also for themselves. Isn't it amazing how financially secure I was growing up because a decision was made by my parents in preparation of an unknown event that could require money? Now that I'm taking charge of my life and finances, I decide from love and respect that my future self will thank me for. Let me ask you something. Do you think it would be lovely that someone would be making your bed in the morning and you coming home at night would see a nicely made bed? Yes? And most of the time, that someone fixing your bed is your morning self. You care for yourself. You can't expect anyone to do it for us, for ourselves. Even if you employ someone to fix it for you, it's still you making sure that you'd be comfortable later at night. The moment you can trust yourself with these small decisions that trickle down to all aspects of your life, then you see, feel, and embrace your work. In my 12-year experience in the insurance industry, I observed how challenging it is for Filipinos to accept, to commit, to saving, investing, and securing one's life. Aren't we choosing? Aren't you choosing your better future when you choose to save for the rainy day? That no matter what happens, you got your back. You are your first recipient of your bank account, your certificate of investment, or your policy, insurance policy. Can we then all agree that when you prepare for your future, you practice self-love? Your time to prepare now is your way of caring so that your future self would have peace of mind. Your choices now create what your future self would be enjoying. And the big question is, can you rely on you? When you save, invest, and get insured, your hard-earned money is now at work. You now have financial vehicles to bring your dreams closer. You enjoy the interest earned in acquiring things you love and spending it with people you cherish. You must decide on becoming a better you, especially someone depends on you. You need to learn a lot of the resources already on the internet. Then comes your inspiration to make fun choices and create beautiful possibilities. Lastly, do you feel better? Do you feel a better person today for showing up than yesterday, 5 years, or 10 years ago? Can you thank your younger you for deciding to be better today? What choices are you having right now to live a healthier, happier, fulfilling life in the future? I'd be very happy to see a more loving world if you all always choose you. You are your inspiration. Good day and a wonderful time to spread love. And the greatest of them all is self-love. Thank you very much.
Salamat po, Jeanette Panieres. Thank you so much for sharing. Thank you so much for sharing. Make the decisions in the morning that you'll benefit from in the night. When your future selves look back, you should be saying thank you to the morning you. You know, one of the best questions you just ask, can you rely on you? That is serious. That cuts deep. I'll tell you a quick story. Years ago when I was much younger, I was often told about insurance and investing, but as a young man, you think you're invincible. Nothing can happen to you. You live forever. Until one day, messing around, I actually hit my forehead on a piece of metal and I got a scrape. Nothing too serious, but I went to the doctor and regular checkup, the doctor checks my blood pressure. And lo and behold, it is high. A thing I never thought would happen to me. It seems so simple, but it changed my perspective. Insurance immediately. It's important, people. Make the choices now that you'll benefit from later on. Thank you so much for sharing. Put your hands together. These are words of wisdom. Can you rely on you? Love thyself. To thine own self be true. Our next speaker, we actually heard from him earlier, Dr. Erickson Batikan, who isn't present but wanted to share his words to the Filipinos community. So I'm going to share another video of his that I think we'll all enjoy.
Magandang araw po sa inyong lahat. Ako po si Dr. Erickson Batikan, isang registered clinical psychologist na nakabase ngayon dito sa Davao City, Philippines. Unang-una sa lahat, gusto ko pong batiin at gusto ko pong i-congratulate si Dr. Mary Thomas at ang kanyang grupo for successfully putting this up together. Congratulations. Ito po ay isang proyekto, specifically isang application that can be considered a ray of light. Sa pong magandang balita in this very challenging time that we are facing today. Alam po natin lahat, ang mundo ay nasa isang unstable na estado or state. Marami pong nangyayari sa atin ngayon. Una na dyan, itong COVID-19 pandemic, giyera, countries fighting each other, teknolohiya na nakakaapekto sa different aspects ng ating buhay. Ito pong economic, socio-political crisis. There's so much negativity and animosity. And sa lahat po ng mga nangyayaring ito, nakakaapekto po ito sa ating pag-iisip. Nakakaapekto po ito sa ating mental health. And we need something positive, isang positibong balita, isang positibong pangyayari na pwedeng makakapagbago sa ating buhay. And it is only possible to achieve that kung tayo po ay magtutulungan, kung tayo po ay mag-unite as one. It is high time, panahon na po, na i-spread natin yung positivity na ito by spreading love, sa Tagalog, pag-ibig, compassion, and understanding sa ating komunidad. I encourage everyone, hinihikayat ko po ang lahat na sumali kayo para sa isang proyektong ito, para po gawin nating maganda or gawin nating karapat-dapat itong mundo na ito para sa ating mga anak. For our children's children, for the next generation. Lahat po ay posible kung tayo ay magtutulungan, kung tayo po ay maghahawak hawak kamay para baguhin ang ating buhay, para po baguhin ang ating bansa, at para po baguhin ang ating mundo. Simple lang po, napakasimple. Show that you care, and kailangan po maging gentle tayo sa ating pananalita, maging gentle tayo sa ating mga ugali. Kailangan po natin i-accept lahat ng tao, regardless of their background, regardless of their cultural background. Ito pong teknolohiya ay gamitin natin para ma-reach out natin yung mga taong naghihirap. Those who are suffering and those who are misunderstood. Sama-sama po tayong lahat, and together we evolve as a human race. Alalahanin po natin, always remind ourselves to be always gentle, and ipakita po natin sa ating kapwa na meron po tayong pakialam, ipakita po natin sa ating kapwa na merong pag-ibig. And yung pag-ibig na yan ay ang pag-ibig sa isa't isa. And with that, maraming salamat po sa pakikinig. Mabuhay kayong lahat.
Please put your hands together for Dr. Vatican. Yeah. One thing, I want to share something that Dr. Vatican just expressed in his actions. Love is a universal thing. It is. Love is universal. One doesn't have to be able to hear to really feel. I was watching this TED Talk years ago about body language, and there's a thing that human beings do whenever they achieve something, a race, they put their arms up to say, yes, I'm a champion. That's a thing that isn't taught. It's just like a smile. A smile is everywhere. And to me, that's what love is. It's in music. In Jamaica, we have a saying, when the music hits you, you feel no pain. When the music hits, you feel no pain. There's just joy and love. Mm. Okay, let's keep it going. We have a few more speakers. Our next speaker to join us on stage is also a man of very few words. I don't think he enjoys being introduced, but I'm going to make him feel welcomed. Jaren Achero, life coach, entrepreneur, a founder of the Boys of the Philippines, and coincidentally, what am I saying? Music arranger and producer. See what I'm saying about music? This man understands. Please put your hands together and welcome Jaren Achero. Make him feel welcome. Jaren.
Awesome. Thank you. Thank you, Domain. You are an awesome guy yourself, man. So you make us all happy with your smile. And you are awesome. Thank you very much for that kind introduction. So I'd like to start talking about love when it comes to the Filipino. I would like to tell you a line that a greatest Filipino poet says. I'm gonna say it in Filipino. So sabi, O pag-ibig na makapangyarihan, pag ikay pumasok sa puso nino man, hahamakin ng lahat, masunod ka lamang. So that translates to, oh love, that you are so powerful. If ever enters one heart, he'll do everything and endure anything just to please you. So that's like a disease of what we call love. So we call it love. I can best describe it in a Filipino way in two R's. So the first R will be respect. So if you love a woman in Filipino, if you love a woman, this is in the eyes of a man, you will undergo some test that will determine your seriousness in pursuing the woman. So you have to prove to the family that you are a respectable person and responsible enough to take away their most precious possession, their daughter. So we call it ligaw or courtship here in the Philippines. So courtship is showing respect to the family, especially to the parents. You know, you need to be in a point that the parents is going to ask the guy that, you know, he's telling the guy that, oh, why don't you ask our daughter to be with you, to be in a relationship with you? You need to go into that level of respect from their parents to gain the respect, and they are ready to give their most precious possession, their daughter, to you. So in Filipino culture, actually, you are not official until you ask them the question that you are already in a relationship. So respect means respecting is a guy reflecting that he respects the season of the girl. Sometimes it's not always a smooth breezing. Sometimes the family don't like you and you have to fight for it. And they're gonna tell you it's not the right season. So you respect the season. You respect the authority of the family. And you respect the security that they are giving, that they want and that they want to display. So you have to adapt that as a man. So basically, what I'm trying to say is that respect is something that you will show to the one that you love. So, but for me, I displayed it personally. I took it up a notch. I explained, I basically have opened my intentions to her parents first. And then I go to the church leaders. And then I go to her mentors. I asked them. I took it up a notch. I don't make it simple because it's me. It's myself. This is my investment to her. So if it is something that needs to be gained, respect is something that needs to be gained, then I know myself is not a standard person. So I give my all to gain it and tell you the best things in life are free, but the greatest ones are gained. So the next R, last R is rejection. Rejection is always part of love. When love shows you rejection, that means it's not ripe yet. This is in the eyes of every Filipino. We have a term here, what we call busted. If you're busted, you've been declined first. And we understand that as a man, in Filipino man. We understand that as a challenge. Rejection is you have to wait a little more to have the perfect ripeness of a fruit. to gain its best experience. We have a saying here, pag hinog sa pilit, mapait. Okay, so if we, which translates to, if the fruit is not ripe yet, it's gonna get bitter and sour. Because we have a process here that you can force ripening. Okay, you can force ripe a fruit, just hide it under a bunch of rice, and then overnight it's gonna be ripe. So that's a process for you. So this is what I would like to say. You look at rejection like this. If you want the best apple experience, fruit, apple, or jackfruit, or mango, if you want the best fruit experience, don't pick it and put it under the rice. You have to wait and pick it under the right season. So that's our mindset. But lastly, let me just give me a few more seconds. Love is built in trust. You consider a building. It's not done overnight. You have to come up with a plan, a drawing, a right perspective from the architect. So we as a Filipino, we know that a love is a process. You have to gain it. And we know that we cannot be trusted if we are not tested. So we appreciate tests as a stepping stone for trust. Thank you very much, everyone.
Sharon, making me feel like I want to go out there and get married. Thank you so much for sharing. That was very, very insightful. Very insightful. I've been busted myself a few times. It's okay. It's okay. It's all right. It's all right. I really liked if the fruit is not ripe, it's going to get bitter and sour. Yeah, let's not put it on the rice. You know, love is built on trust. There's a time for everything. There's a time for everything. Thank you so much for sharing. I'll invite you to my wedding. Our next speaker to come. The next speaker to come and join us, Tita Kim. She is a social media influencer with over 1 million followers, love and life coach, entrepreneur, motivational speaker, community leader. Please put your hands together. Make her feel welcome. Tita Kim. Clap, 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 clap.
Hi, everybody. So I'm so thankful that I'm able to join the live, though really currently we're having a power outage actually. And I'm so proud of my husband. Jaren is my husband and I'm his beautiful wife. So we've been married like for 2 years, almost 2 years since 2020, but we've been in a relationship like for more than 9 years. And I'm so glad that Jaren is here with me, and I agree to everything that he just said. So to every one of you, good morning. And I just don't want this to be so, so formal, because that's not me. I just want this to be really more of conversational. And I'm just so blessed and happy with all the messages that I've been hearing a while ago. So I think I don't need to add up more of that, because there's already a lot that I need and we need to digest, and that's all awesome and beautiful messages. But just to give you a glimpse of who I am, just like what Tomaine has said, I'm a social media influencer with over 1 million followers right now, and I'm presently very active in Facebook. And I can say that my breakthrough in social media is when I started to advise in love. And it wasn't really planned. It's, I can say, accidental, because I'm not really aiming to be a love coach. I'm just myself. It's actually a product of pandemic. So maybe what I want right now is just to share something of my story and make it very personal so that everybody can relate. My journey as a social media influencer started in pandemic when I had really literally nothing and negative and zero, because we all know a lot of people went through a lot of struggles during pandemic. I lost my job, our businesses were closed, so I literally had nothing. And then I started to make one video, and that one video I can say went trending, and it went viral, especially locally. And that's when I started to make videos. And then one time, a local social media influencer interviewed me about love. And I am just really clueless about everything, but I'm just being true to my story and just sharing the stories, not the success stories about love, not the theories about love, not the systems about love, not the processes or the facts about love, but I'm just sharing my whole story. And again, that story went viral. And from that moment, people are already asking me, so what should we do when we're encountering like this? Tita Kim, what should we do? Tita Kim, how about this? Tita Kim, what can you say about broken relationships? Tita Kim, what can you say if I'm someone who are going through some very tough times right now? So it was just like people are asking me how and why. Those two questions are the summary of everything that my audience is asking me, how and why. And then I realized there are a lot of broken people, not just in the Philippines but in the world, because my followership will not grow 1 million for less than a year if there's not a lot of people that are broken and in need of genuine, true, authentic love. And so I just want to share that story because I want us to further be encouraged, because I believe this love up was made by Dr. Mary and the team, because they want to encourage people. They want to encourage people to share the love to one another. And my story, that over 1 million followers with less than a year, are every faces, those follower are those faces with broken hearts, with broken stories that need to be reached out and needs love. And to end this, as they always say, Tita Kim is a sermon lady. So I don't know how can I express sermon in the best way. It's like a sermon, like a pastor or a priest. No, like not like that. I sermon people like I do it in a frank and tough way, because I believe that love is not always it's okay, it's fine, just go through it. It's not always a baby thing, but love is sometimes tough, and love needs to be tough, because if we cannot be tough with people and discipline people and tell them this is right and this is wrong, they will never understand what should be done, and they will never have that self-worth inside of them when in the very first place they do not know what really love is. So yeah, as Jared is sharing in the Zoom, I'm scolding them. Yeah, that's right. I'm scolding those people that's calling me. And you know what's funny about it? They love it. They love being scolded, because in this world there are a lot of people that will give you opinion, but not all people are able to tell you the truth. And sometimes the truth is hard, but we need to accept what is hard because it's the truth. And as we always say, the truth will set us free. So thank you so much, and congratulations to Love Up. Thank you for having me.
Tita Kim, please, everyone, put your hands together. Tita Kim, thank you so much for sharing. I think in the end there, you hit the core of it all. It's not always the soft, squishy stuff. It's real, it's frank. Sometimes it's tough. You know what you shared, that it wasn't intentional how you got the success on social media. It was just you being sincere, true to yourself, authentic, real. And I mean, Jaren's right there. We know the story. You're just sharing your life. And that's the kind of thing that people appreciate. That sincerity, that realness. And thank you so much for sharing. Thank you. Thank you. There's so much thirst out there for love, asking how and why. Dr. Kat talked about it earlier. The world needs love. Thank you so much, so much for sharing. And I say thank you to all of our speakers. Cynthia Stott, Yvette Carroll, Rashmi, thank you for sharing. Dr. Erickson, Derek. Derek lives right in my backyard in the Bahamas. Anthony, both Anthony's, Malcolm, Dr. Kat, Dr. Judith, Dr. Kevin, Jeanette, Jaren, Tita Kim. Thank you all so much for sharing. I'd like to return control to Mary so that she could give us a few final words. Mary, you here with it? There we go. Please.
Thank you, Domain. You're a blast. Really. Thank you so much for that. And you really kept us going as well in between the love stories. I would like to also thank the Philippine speakers. Brilliant speeches, brilliant messages, all of you, from your own experience, from your own, it's from your own base. It's all coming from your hearts. And that is the beauty of it. It has to come from our hearts. It's not any whitewashing. It's not just feeling good and making things look so pretty and nice. Sometimes we see Facebook posts where people are, putting up very nice posts, but what is actually going on within them? They are broken people. It's very, very true. And I would say there are more broken people in this world than people who have been put together. And that's the part which I want to say as a final message for everybody. We're trying to hit 10 million. It's like I said earlier, it seems like a lot. It's not. It's just a tip of the iceberg of 8 billion people in the world. But that little 10 million ripple, that drop in that ocean is going to ripple and spread up until it tips the scales in favor of good for humanity. And that's the thing I always say. We need to tip the scales. We need to tip the scales in the favor of good for humanity. And the Love app is a conduit, is a medium, a vehicle to do that. It may take time, but I do believe that people who are resonating with this, to this calling, they will automatically come to us. And one more thing about the app is that for every one person who downloads the app, automatically another person downloads as well, because the message has to go to a person who has downloaded the app. So when I say 10 million, we just need 5 million downloads. That's it. Automatically you get 10 because of that one. It's like buy one, take one. All right. So even if, are we only going to send to one person? We're going to send to like 5, 10 people, because this is a message where, as I said, it's not like Messenger. It's not like WhatsApp. It's not like any of the other messaging apps. This is a love app. So when someone receives a message, they know, instinctively they know, because it's coming through the love app. So they know that the message there is for love. I would like to thank everyone, really speakers, really, I'm at a loss of words, honestly, because I didn't, when you're in it, you don't realize that there's so much out there, and when you're just doing something, I'm just conceptualizing everything. But then again, it's amazing. It's amazing. I really don't have the correct words to say it. Thank you so much, all of you. Thank you so much. You guys are on my panel, not only for today, but for the future, because you guys can change the world. It's not just me, or it's not the Love App team. We all need to work together because we have a common aim. So that's what I would like to say. Thank you so much. I'll be getting back to you guys. Before I end this, I would like to call Cassandra Estuat. Cassandra is my daughter's classmate, and she has been a big supporter of the app right from the start. I would love to have her on the virtual stage. Cassandra, Catch, we call her Catch.
Good morning po, Tita.
Okay, wonderful. Catch is my daughter's best friend, And she has been a bigger supporter, really, and I must feature her. She is part of the new generation, young people going out into the world, building relationships, boyfriends, whatever, getting married. They are the future of the Philippines and the world. Catch, I would like you to tell us something. You've heard all the speakers. All of us are adults, matured adults. We have a different story to tell. Tell us a little bit about the story from you as a young person. Anything. Anything. Anything that comes to your mind.
Sige pa, tita. Our generation, we are kind of hesitant to share our feelings because we believe in the stigma that, especially now, when you easily cry in front of someone, you are labeled as weak. However, I believe that is not the case. I believe that expressing yourself is also a way of showing that you are brave and that you love yourself. So I believe that expressing yourself to your friends, to your family, to your loved ones is also a form of love. And I believe that everyone should not be afraid to express themselves, to show how they feel. And I believe communication is the key talaga for love itself, for the language of love. So I believe it's communication po. Especially in our generation, I believe that we should really be open to one another and not to keep it to ourselves.
Yeah, that's your message. Wonderful. We need to also gear up for the new generation because they have a different concept. They have a different idea. They're the social media people. They are the ones who are with the phones on their hands all the time. So they have a very different approach to love compared to us from our previous generation. And that's where we want to bring change to the new generation as well. We want to see divorce rates go down. It was very unfortunate that we had the past generation where marriages were just breaking up. And it was so easy to break it up. But I can see these are the children who've seen that and they want to bring change to their own marriages. And that's where we are going to come in. We are going to come in as well. We have another segment for young generation for the marriages. I did not project that just now, but it's coming in the future plans. So with that, I would like to close this. It's been a beautiful morning. I'm quite a restless person, but I was able to sit through 2 hours. Oh no, it's now already 3 hours. Yes, 3 hours. Beautiful speeches, beautiful people, loving people. I just love this. Wow. All right. We have ended this domain. Thank you so much for being such a wonderful master of ceremonies. You're a real pro, man. You're a real pro. And I would like to invite any one of the guests here who would like to share or ask some questions to the speakers. This is for the participants who are the guests who have come and joined us this morning. Do you have any questions? Do you have anything you want to ask the speakers or ask any of us? Please go ahead. This is your time. Very quiet. May I ask a question? Yeah, anybody? Yes, please. Yeah.
Yes, I'd like to ask a question before leaving because I was about to leave. My name is Ralph Sandometeris. I am in Haiti, all the way in the Caribbean. It's 10:18 p.m. in my country. I was very happy to be part of this meeting for the launch of the Love app. So my question to you, first of all, congratulations. I would like to know how I will be able to download the app. Is it available in my area already? Or, yeah, this is my question.
Thank you. Thank you. A very relevant question. Yes, it is available on Play Store as well as on Apple. Just key in the Love app. Apparently, the developer said that you got to key in it as one word, THELOVEAPP in one word with no spacing. Capital THE, capital LOVE, capital APP in one string. The moment you click that in Play Store, it will appear on Play Store. You can download it. The instructions are all there. The moment you download, you would get the instructions on how to move forward and send the message. And you would have, there's a code, you send the other person the code, and they will pick up and they will download the app as well. Any issues, we've got a customer care, you can always send an email to us, 24 hours, we will reply. And actually, we are thinking of coming to the Caribbean. I have so many contacts in the Caribbean now. Derek, there's Domain, so many. So we may come to the Caribbean. And what I want to do in the Caribbean is I want to bring your music to the world. Beautiful music you guys have. African tempos. It's just beautiful. I want to bring that out here. And fusion, we have a music producer. I didn't know Jaren was a music producer. So Jaren, we may be coming after you to produce or do something, you know, and let's bring it out to the world.
Yeah,
you know, it's beautiful. The world is so beautiful. It's not just the nature, the planet Earth. No, it's the God's gifts, talents, everything, everything. Everything really. Imagine putting all of that together. Wow. It's unimaginable. Thank you for that question, Ralph. Thank you for that question. I hope I've answered that. I've answered your question?
Yes, you did. I already found the app and I will go in to download it. Thank you
All right,
very
thank you. Thank you. Send the first message to someone really special to you.
Sure, I will for sure. Thank you very much.
Yeah. I'm fielding other questions. Anyone has any more questions? Or even anything you want to share? It's your time. It's not only us. Even as guests and participants, share your feelings, share your thoughts about love.
May I share something?
Sure.
You may not know this about me. I never shared it, but I am a very big nerd. I read books all the time, and I love The Lord of the Rings. It's one of my favorite franchise of books. J.R.R. Tolkien is a hero to me. But one of the quotes from the book comes from Gandalf that I've always loved. Gandalf says, he's talking to the hobbits, and he says, some believe it is only great power that can hold evil in check. But that is not what I have found. I have found that it is the small, everyday deeds of ordinary folk that keep the darkness at bay. Small acts of kindness and love. That one's always stuck with me. Brilliant.
Wonderful. Yeah, true. That's true. It's small acts of kindness, small acts of love. Sometimes we don't realize it. It's like there are little things that we do and the other person doesn't realize it's coming from a heart of love. Simple things like, have you had your lunch? Have you had your dinner? When are you going to sleep? You should sleep early. Statements, you should sleep early. It's a sign of care. Somebody's caring about you. But we don't see it that way. In reality, we're actually loving people and ourselves without even realizing it. But we want to create that awareness that that is love. That is love. All of you who have come here today, that is love. You came here with the purpose of finding out what the Love app is, to share about love, to know about love, to hear from others. That is love too. We don't have to say, I love you all the time. Love comes in different little packets. They can even come as a big gift. It's how we want to interpret and perceive it. But it's all love. Any other questions before we close for the day?
Can I share something?
Sure. Yes, please, Rashmi. Miss India.
Thank you so much, Mary, for inviting me for this event. And ladies and gentlemen, as Mary was describing about the love, for me, she has been the love for my life since few months. I was not well. I was very sick after encounter with the COVID. And the way, as you just now mentioned, just a small message to check on your people. How are you feeling today, Rashmi? that truly can turn the whole day, the whole thought circle, and make you feel so warm. And she was that person for me since few months, in August. And I owe you, Mary. I feel so blessed for your with your presence in my life. The way you helped me to overcome that situation, the way you show your love 24/7 to me. Uh, Now I am the messenger of love towards, because you taught me this. Thank you so much, Mary. You are an angel of love. Thank you. Thank you so much. All the best for this launch.
I'm touched and I'm moved with tears. I don't know. This whole morning has been a very emotional for me, and yeah, I'm getting emotional. It's an honor to be able to touch your life and to turn it around, and whatever that I've done, it's my honor, really, Rashmi. Happy to see you. Happy to see you doing well, and I'm always with you.
Because of you, I had that empowerment feeling in my life. I overcame all those negative situations. Thank you so much. Thank you. Thank you, everyone. Let's spread this positivity and the power of love around this world and make it a better place.
Yeah.
Thank you so much.
Thank you, Rashmi. Thank you for sharing. Anybody else would like to share love? Cassandra, would you like to? Judith?
Yeah, let me just personally thank you once again, Dr. Mary, and the rest of the team. It has been a great time being with you, and we have just scratched the surface. And it's a big work, and it's a big thing that's really awaiting for us. And with that, blessings to us all. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Samaria, would you like to say something? She joined us.
Yes, Sabaria, yes, from Malaysia. Sabaria? She left? Is she here?
She's in the room.
Sorry, yeah, I'm here. Sorry, Mary, I'm here. I'm in the car.
All
Yeah,
right.
yes. It is also love that brought me back to my second life. I had the medical challenges. It was the strong love from my husband and my family that nursed me and took care of me from the brink of death back to life. And I believe that love is the one that will make the world a better place to live. Just a little thing, just little thing of love, like a note to someone else we don't even know, or telling someone on the street that they are doing a good job cleaning the street. I think that's all what love is all about. That's my sharing. I don't want to take too much time. Thank you for the opportunity, Mary, Dr. Mary, and
Thank
Rashmi.
you.
Thank you for joining.
What Sabaria has mentioned is part of what we want to have for the Love Challenge, where we want people to, when we have the challenge on a monthly basis, we want people to do something like what Sabaria did, which is just look at someone and just say, you're doing a great job. Be sincere about it and just say it. Do not be afraid. Just say it. That's the Love Challenge. She did it. And when we share that, more and more people will have the courage to do it. Yeah, that's how it works. Spread the love. Thank you, Sabaria. Good to see you. Haven't seen you in a while. All right, anybody else would like to share? Michael, our launch timer, you'd like to share something? You've been listening to us.
Yes, a short one. First of all, congratulations for the global launch of the Love apps. I had the opportunity to hear so many of the good speeches, touching story, and as a timer, I'm sorry I can't stop to act as a timer to stop the speech. So please excuse me. Let us share more love to the world.
Yes.
Thank you.
Thank you. Yeah, he did. Yes. He's our resident timer for Toastmasters. He always does a great job. Anyone else before we, honestly, I don't feel like closing this, but I have to. I'm not kidding. I don't feel like closing this because there's so much, the energy is the vibes are so high. I really don't feel like closing this. Anyone else wants to share before I close? Before we close? Anyone else? No one feels like leaving. Exactly. Why? What would you like to hear? Is there something you want to hear in just 1 minute, maybe? Anything? I don't want to talk about the app. Maybe I'm like, love app, love app. But I would like to talk about maybe in a minute our program, the things that we're going to do. We really want to go out there with the different, like the cuisine. I did not add the couture, love couture. I hope I'm pronouncing this correctly. Love couture is where we're going to get designers. I'm looking for designers in Davao City, young designers from designing schools, where we want to pick them up and give them an opportunity to grow and come up with designs that are fusion. The whole thing that we're working on is fusion. We need to get that through, whether it's in food, clothes, anything, combination of cultures, because each culture has such beautiful things to give to the world. So I'm looking at that. I did not put that in just now. It's the clothes, Imagine a Filipiniana, which is made out of Indian silk. Can you just imagine what it's going to look like? Or something else that's a combo, or even 3 different cultures put together. A Rajasthani Indian mirror work, Filipiniana. Wow, I cannot even imagine how beautiful that's going to look. So we're working on that. We're also working on commissioning artwork. For example, from New Zealand, the Maori tribal, their designs, to commission artwork, even for interior design. There are homes, there are houses that are built on cultural settings. Just imagine bringing that. These are the little things that we're going to do. Anything else? Anything else you want to hear? Derek, you're still there. Derek, share a bit more with us. Domain, we need to spotlight Derek.
Once again, it is a pleasure to be here. In experiencing all of this, it take me back just a week ago when distinguished Toastmaster Harriet Tinker would have shared with me in a presentation a Zulu word, sawubona, means I see you. It is so important to let persons know that I see you. I recognize who you are. I recognize what you mean to me. I see you. I see your worth. I see your value. And this app, this body of individuals, wow, what a collection of dynamic individuals with great stories from across the world. I tell you, there's a silver lining in every dark cloud. Our dark cloud came about around March 2020. And that silver lining was me being able to meet Mary virtually via Zoom in a Toastmasters meeting. Being able to connect with Rashmi, Domain. We have other persons from the Caribbean who have joined us, from Haiti, from Antigua. So this definitely is a global launch of this product. Wow. And I am so honored. I'm so humbled to have been afforded this opportunity to be in this grouping of individuals. Just so you know, and Mary can tell you, Domain can tell you as well, I am a purveyor of talent and good people. So all of you will be a part of one of my club's meeting or experiences one day very soon. I will get your number, your email address, and you will come and share your story with the people here in the Bahamas. And if you are a Toastmaster, and even if you're not a Toastmaster, August 2023, Toastmasters International Convention will be taking place here in the Bahamas.
Oh.
So start putting those fundings together, like who would have shared that? Janetta would have shared. Start putting it away this morning, so when the night comes in August, you can be here in the Bahamas with Toastmasters International. and we can have a grand time spreading and sharing love. Thank you very much again, Mary, for this opportunity to be here with you this morning. Well, you are in the future. I'm still living in the past, but it's still Thursday, November the 10th. I've yet to come into November 11th. So thank you very much.
Thank you, Derek. It's an honor that you are with us. It's our honor. Thank you so much. And listen, everybody, he's already invited all of us to Bahamas. And you know what that means. We could be there and we've got someone to take us around. Huh, Derek? Yeah, I know he will. I know Derek. I know Derek very well. And
Most definitely, most definitely, most definitely, most definitely. I am already petitioning the committee to have a special booth set up for Friends of Derek Garcia Roll so that you could all come to that station at the convention.
wow. All right. Invitation. All right, then. Okay. I think it's really time that I need to wind up this one. It's coming to lunchtime. Anybody else has a final thing to say? Final question? Anything? I'll take that.
Before I say goodbye to everyone or see you later, I would like to highlight that empathy is everything, and it's one way and the best way for us to show love and concern to all the people around us and even to nature.
Thank you, Anthony. And you stayed on. I'm sure it's 3 a.m. for you, right?
Yeah, it's 36 past 3 o'clock in the morning.
3:30 in the morning.
But I'm so
Wow.
full of energy. I so love this. And
And
congratulations
you know what?
to you, Dr.
That is
Mary Thomas.
that is love. To stay up and be with us, that is love.
Love in action.
Yeah. All right. So Domain, I give it back to you. Stage is yours. You can wind up and close. I wish, I wish this was a physical thing. We could all have lunch together. But again, if it was physical, I don't think I'll be able to meet half of you here. Not even half. I won't be able to meet Derek, Sabaria, Rashmi, Anthony. Yeah. So there are some things that, it's offsets. All right, Domain. I wouldn't have met Domain to start with. Domain, are you there?
Yes, I am.
Yeah, okay.
And thank you,
My
Mary,
man.
for
Yeah.
putting all of this together, for bringing us all together. I think we've said it all. Thank you so much, Anthony. Thank you for staying up wherever you are in the world. We love you. Share the love. I've already downloaded the love app, so I'm waiting to connect with everybody here. Let's do this. Let's do this. Thank you so much, Mary. Have a fantastic morning, evening, and night. Bye, everyone.
Bye.
Take care.
Bye,
Thank you so
everyone.
much. Thank you so much.
Eric.
Love,
Thank you, Domain.
love from the Love App team.
Yeah.
It's fantastic. I see you, Michael. I see you.
Yeah, I see his heart. You see, the effort of trying to do that is also an act of love.
Right?
Yeah. Yes.
Right?
We must be more aware of the things that we do, which are loving. We are very loving people, actually. We are.
Jaren,
See you,
Tita Kim.
Maria. I'd like to, yeah. Okay.
We must take a picture. Yes.
Yes. Take a
this,
picture.
this. Let me get my heart.
Okay. I'm first. I'm taking. Maria, I'm taking.
Yeah, take. But then are we getting on
Sabaria, we need your heart. Sabaria, we need your heart. Oh, you are holding the camera. Yeah. Okay. 3, 2, 1. Okay. More love. Thank you.
All of this will be posted in the Love App Facebook group. We are also in LinkedIn. We are on 9 platforms, actually. We are on Facebook, LinkedIn, Instagram. Let me see. I forget now. I know we are on 9 platforms. I'm also in Clubhouse. So whenever I go in, I'll just put in the link so you can come in. Clubhouse is a very nice place to connect with people, like-minded people. So yeah, I would put everything up on the Facebook page and YouTube. And you'll be seeing all of these panel speakers in YouTube as well when we have our discussions, when we have our podcasts or whatever. Well, we've got a lot of things lined up.
Sounds good.
Awesome. Thank
All
you.
right.
Bye-bye.
Thank you
See
so
Dr.
much,
Mary.
Jaren and Kim.
Thank you, Domain.
Bye, Jaren.
Yes.
Yeah, take care.
Yes.
Bye.
Hi,
Thank you,
guys.
Sabaria, Kevin,
Bye, everyone.
Jeanette. A
And
brilliant
See you
speech. I'm catching
later.
you again for the Filipinos.
Thank you, Jeanette.
Anthony.
Dr. Kevin. Dr. Man Salah. Take care.
Bye. Salamat.
Salamat po.
Oo. Salamat po.
Bye, Musa. Malcolm.
Oh,
you can
yes,
have-
Malcolm.
Take care.
Yes, you've been
See you
quiet.
later, everyone.
There's
Bye
something.
bye.
Yeah, see you,
Bye,
Anthony.
Take care.
Malcolm, you have anything to say? Kernis as well.
Kernis is from the Caribbean.
Yes, I've seen her for in leading voices.
Malcolm.
Wow, it was.
How many of us are
It
left?
was a
We're
privilege.
6. Yeah.
It was a privilege to be part of this very international global team of speakers. Wow, and the messages. So
Yeah.
basically, my message is simple. Love is time. Love is the love app.
Yes,
Enjoy.
yes. You're right,
Spread it out.
right.
Thank you very much, Mary. Thank you very much, everyone. And yeah, let's use our ability to spread the love worldwide.
Thank
Thanks,
you.
Malcolm.
Thank you. Yeah.
And we're
right.
closing out.
Yeah. See you,
On that note,
Kevin.
take
Oh, yeah.
care.
Yeah. Anyone wants to
Rashmi.
stay back? Rashmi, you want to stay back?
No, thank you so much. I love Malcolm, your speech was so nice. Time. If we are giving someone our time, that's a form of love as well. And that's
Yeah.
the most beautiful form in today's world.
Yeah.
And your message is still resonating in my ear. Thank you so much. I'm so glad to connect. Thank you, Mary.
Yeah.
Domain, good job.
Thank you,
Yeah.
Rashmi. It was a pleasure
Brilliant.
working with you.
Pro.
It was a
He's a
pleasure working
pro.
with you.
Are we
Okay.
still
I
on
really
live?
liked it.
Are we still live?
And we're stopping live in 3, 2, 1.